And then one thing that's rumored to still exist is the Megalodon. Megalodon.
Yeah, Megalodon, yeah.
Megalodon.
Giant shark.
Big as long as like 5 school buses.
Fuck. Oh my god.
That's like a field trip right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, inside of the fucker.
It's sperm whale for breakfast.
Uh,
Yeah, that dwells in rumored to still dwell in the deepest depths of the ocean.
But Megalodon was actually a creature that did exist at one point,
Yes,
right? It was a...
It's a prehistoric, he's one of those dinosaur things. It's an extinct species of sharks during the Cenozoic era. So I have no idea what that is.
Cool!
I don't know. I don't really know my science.
Long ass time ago.
Really fucking long ass time.
Long ass time ago.
a few billion.
But I guess sharks have remained more or less unchanged physically, except for their size.
But that would explain why there are so many sea creatures like myths during medieval times where they were saying, oh, it's a monster size of blah 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 blah, same with giant squid and all stuff. It's just because I remember you talking about during the cryptozoology episodes that when you're in fear, that you see things that they may seem although they might be 5 feet tall, but then they might
be much bigger.
Exactly. Yeah. So you might see maybe an actual megalodon, and it would be like, okay, it's 5 school buses large. It's pretty fucking huge.
That's gigantic.
But then when you see that and you're in fear, you probably think that it's like a size of a continent.
Pretty much, yeah. You could say, oh god, it's the size of an entire city.
Exactly.
Or if it is even without going straight into oh, we saw Megalodon, it could be a distant relation to it. So it would be potentially larger than a great white, but still it'd just be the size of a school bus.
Yeah.
Right? And still, that's still pretty fucking huge.
It's still fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, no. Regular sharks are oh, fuck that noise.
Yeah. And even then, back then, we hadn't damaged the Earth quite as much as we have now.
Exactly.
Global warming has actually warmed the oceans up quite a bit already. And even the giant octopus, which used to be much right outside our right off the coast kind of a thing.
They have to go down.
They're moving a lot further north because it's colder, because they can't survive in water that's quite that warm.
Yeah.
And they're also getting smaller because of that, and because their typical prey is moving off. So the average size of what is considered now a giant octopus is actually smaller than they used to be, even just a relatively very short time ago. So I would imagine in medieval times, things like great white sharks probably would have been at least
substantially bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, because just the way that things are going now, a lot of stuff in the ocean is getting smaller because it can't eat quite as much as it should.
Yeah.
Didn't they? I believe it was last year or a couple of years ago. They actually caught footage of a giant squid.
Yep.
And then where they actually measured, and then basically one of the suction cups is my whole hand.
Yeah.
They're huge. And,
and the tentacles is already 50 feet long. That's...
And those are the ones that have the
hooks.
The hooks on the inside of there. So not only do they suck onto you, but they make sure you don't go anywhere by digging these hooks into your skin.
It's crazy.
So, lots of sperm whales that tussle with these guys have giant fucking scars on them.
And then they hit you with a beak about that big.
Yeah.
No, I think it's bigger than that, please.
Crack you with... We're using visual props on this podcast.
Yeah.
There's my Easter egg shell plastic holder, and it's roughly the size of a Nerf football.
Yeah. About that size. Taking little bits and pieces out of you.
Just turning red because that's what they do.
Yeah, when they go into kill mode. Oh, God. No.
It's like a boss fight.
It is!
They don't have a glowing weakness, though.
You just don't win.
You just don't win this, no.
Yeah. It's one of those scripted events where you're supposed to die.
Can't avoid that shit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, ancient Chinese folklore, there's always the island turtle.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really funny because many other fictional stuff actually have the island turtle,
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, definitely. Zelda. Majora's Mask. Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Torterra is that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. My Gen 4 starter.
Apparently, it was a Hindu mythology where the belief is that the earth is held by an elephant, and on top of the elephant, it's a turtle.
It's a turtle, okay.
Yeah. And then somehow it just made its way into like Chinese mythology and how it's like the guardian of Earth or something like that. And then of course it derived that from to the four beasts of four corners of the earth and all that stuff. Where I think it's north. Yeah, north is the black tortoise, which is technically just a fusion of a snake and a tortoise. But
cool.
So it's like a turtle with a snake long bit for the head, or
something
like a
that.
snake with a shell.
Snake with a shell with legs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, I know there's a lot of like overlap between like Chinese and,
It's like-
and Indian mythology
And Japanese.
and Japanese too. Yeah, just because it's like was all so close to each other.
Yeah,
There's
they-
this-
It's the Aryan and the cultural exchange, right?
Mhm.
And the wars and all that kind of stuff that sort of led to like this blending of different cultures.
Mhm.
And of course the Kappa.
Yay!
Kappa.
The Kappa, awesome. It's considered as a water god by Japanese people. It's the green turtle man thing with water dish for a head.
Yeah.
And apparently one of the not really fun fact, but I find it interesting is that they're really polite. So like if you have to if you bow to them, they will have to bow back. And because of the water on their dish on their head, if it falls, like they can't move.
Mm-hmm.
So until like you have to fill up again. So let's say if you see one and you do that, and then you'll forever be in your debt. So it's like, yeah, you can maybe catch some fish for me and all that stuff. And ancient Japanese folklore would be like, okay, this one guy did it, and then basically the Kappa helped him bring good fortune and all that kind of stuff.
So Kappa pal.
Yeah, but then that's one side of it, and the other side is it's a demon that eats children.
Yeah, he could be your friend, or he'll eat your baby.
And the only thing that he likes more than children are cucumbers.
Cucumbers, yeah.
For some reason.
That's why they call the little cucumber rolls Kappa rolls.
Yep.
Well, fuck off, would you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
I just thought because they were green.
It does look like Kappa.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Kappa sushi.
Oh, wow. Learned something today.
Yeah, they're like, the Japanese tricksters and all kind of stuff, so like loudly passing gas and looking up women's kimonos.
Kappa is basically just everyone's creepy uncle.
Or that
There was a
one's-
guy that used to shop at Sakura Media who we called the Kappa because he looked always exactly like one.
Does
And
he
he'd
act
always
like
have
one?
his... Kind of did.
He had a
this
water
really-
dish on his head.
He had like a little bald spot right on the top. And he always had a big backpack. And it was really, really round, so it looked like a shell. And he'd always walk around. And like, he'd always kind of like... If you came up to him to like say hello and stuff, he'd kind of bow to you and then he'd walk away. And there was one time I ever heard him speak. One time. It was really weird. I like gave him... Like, he bought something and I gave it to him and he was... And he took it and he went, "Thank you." And then he left. I was like...
He's a Kappa.
He's not human.
I think you just saw a Kappa, dude.
Yeah.
That's a legit Kappa.
That's one of the...
Should have poured water on his head. Could have had free fish.
Apparently they also like sumo wrestling.
Who doesn't? I mean,
I like wrestling, but I don't like sumo wrestling,
I like that Weezer video where they sumo wrestle.
Yeah, that was weird. But apparently, Kappa has been, because of the whole good fortune thing, they have shrines in Japan like dedicated to them. Like, they're like the water spirit or something like that.
But like,
Cool.
Because you know how Japan always have like all these like 500 shrines to like different things.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, there's a shrine to an onion that brought prosperity to this.
hey, that onion was fucking rad. Okay, that was a good ass onion.
It saved everybody because it's continually growing shit.
The onion soaked up the radiation from
The onion is a
Fukushima.
really good news site.
Did that actually happen?
No, they sent a couple days ago. They actually sent a robot down in there, into Fukushima Station to like investigate stuff. It got stuck, but they wound up getting really neat footage in there.
Okay.
Oh.
But actually, they had a thing to measure the radiation in there, and the radiation got so high to the point that if a human went down there instead of a robot, they would have been dead in several minutes.
Holy fuck.
It's really crazy. It's actually really creepy because it's all like really grainy footage and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just this really weird, like you can see stuff that looks like melted and stuff's like covered in weird shit everywhere, and it's like looks like a little hell on earth kind of a thing.
Fog.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's...
you should check that out. Yeah, sorry, I saw that when I was looking up the the Earth
home stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
Pretty brutal.
That works.
Yeah.
It works for the theme.
Yeah.
That.
Because the ocean came and fucked the whole place up.
Pretty much. Thanks, ocean.
Yeah.
You asshole.
Now you've got radiation in you, idiot.
Fucking deserve that.
This is why we can't have nice things, ocean. We'll keep dumping oil in you. Till you fucking learn your lesson.
Yeah, no doubt.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Yeah, it is too soon.
That was like last week.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, we were making jokes about the chemical fire like day of.
That's
True. True.
But the second I make an oil spill joke, oh, I'm the fucking bad guy.
You aren't?
I kind of am.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm too slouchy now.
It's hurting cute birds.